So hello friends. Let me hope we are all doing well and everything is basically fine. Now from our previous video, this is where we stopped. And now we want to create something that is a little bit inspirational. Okay, so we want to have something that is wonderful, maybe, because this is more like to my look and the direction where we are heading. Like, remember, on this channel we happen to learn as creative people. Like, from my look, my perspective of seeing where we are getting, it is more of like movie design, a movie like covers. Usually it is movie covers that look like this. Okay, so could we maybe try to like Google out some movie covers and see how maybe movie covers, um, posters, and see maybe if we can get any source of inspiration from them. So I go to images. So as you see these different images, let us look at this one, because we may borrow a leaf from it, because like as you see here, we can have this. Are you seeing? Like we get inspired by this. Okay, so besides that, we see some text that is dropping down the head. So are you seeing that with you just googling out some stuff, you can like get some ideas? You're not copying that thing directly, but you get some ideas. Are you seeing how these images are basically dropping? Are you seeing this? Okay, so these are all ideas. Like we could get one artist is the bigger artist, then the stage performances, maybe different artists performing depending on our intention of the channel. So let me have a pen and note something. So I would note a group, because I'm like borrowing ideas. A group of artists performing. So you note that. Okay, sorry, I was like again noting on a paper, then noting on the screen. So it was like me doing what? So if I come here, then come to rich text, then like note, I name it note. Okay, so if I do this, click in it, then I write my first note is okay, a group of artists performing besides that, a group, maybe a group of actors or acting or a shoot going on. So are you seeing that? But then I would maybe note that so open brackets, like I'm taking this idea, so I put it just below the artists, below the artist, because I'm the main subject here. This photo here, I'm the main subject, so I would want them maybe to be here, the different activities, like showing what the channel encompasses and what it basically talks about, the different ideas it talks about. You get me? So that is what I would love to see. Then I would also love maybe to see this text a little bit curvy. I'm also missing another word, that is subscribe. You let me hope we are like together. Okay, I can also get maybe a bell icon to like place it somewhere here. Okay, this as the subscribe bell button, and I place it somewhere here. So I'm going to be also showing you that, because that is some of the stuff that we would yearn for. So remember always to save. Okay, so if I like, are you seeing? So I would note down these ideas, I think. Then when we look at this, there is one here. So dropping like text at the back of the character. Okay, maybe put some names. I would maybe not. When we look at this, are you seeing? So we are like looking at certain designs from different artists or different graphics designers. Are you seeing? This text at the back, the images are in front, then the text is at the back, and we have some names at the top. So if we go at our note, we would say we first note the other first thing, that this should be at the back of each. Sorry, this should be not at the back, at the bottom of the main character, like that. Then besides that, we have the other note is, let me call this 1, 2. Then if I come here, that is 3. The other note is text at the back of the characters. So this is like, I'm noting some inspirational word. Just I'm trying to show you, because for me I would maybe think and look at it then, but I'm trying to like show you how like you can happen to source inspiration. You look at this design. Okay, and on Friday I'm going to be like showcasing some of my students that I happen to tutor on an institute, that is Universal Institute of Graphics and Technology, are going to be graduating this Friday. So I may broadcast that live, or besides that being live, I may like show out some videos of my students have like on their graduation day. So endeavor to say that you check on me on Friday, and please subscribe, because with your subscribing you give me courage. Okay, so if I happen to download this, so I want to keep a copy of that. So you would keep a copy of this, what inspired you, so that you like show the source of your inspiration. Are you seeing this design here? So something like this. So would you make it your cover art? Because this is beyond Canva. Okay, so maybe those people who are using Canva can create something more than even this, but I prefer using the more professional software. Okay, but for those that do not know, who are not like technically graphics designers, so a drag and drop something would be better, like Canva. So if for you want totally and completely unique things, then you have to like understand the software and come up with something. Are you seeing this? So please endeavor to see that at least. So we are like getting ideas. Okay, we are sourcing out different ideas that we can play with, and at the end of the day we have a better design. Okay, so if this is our design that we have, maybe So that is like some of the notes that we've noted, and we would want to apply it. Now I want to change this text to text that is a little bit of 3D. Let me first duplicate it and create the subscribe. So I drop it here, drag and drop it there. Then go and get the move tool and move it just a little bit here. So then when I come here, I like get this and just write subscribe, like that. Then also what matters also is you choosing a font, a wonderful font. So for those of you who have been following me, I showed you, like I made a video about how to download fonts, how to install them. So if we want maybe to change the font maybe to Arial, so we just first select, then we come here, type in the font. So if you are not sure of the name, let me first complete this, that so it has been what chosen. So if you are not sure of the name you want of the font, so you click here, then you go for any font of your choice. Okay, so depending on the different fonts that you happen to install in your computer. So for me, I wanted Arial, so that is it. So Arial bold. Then from there I would want to have something maybe curvy. Okay, then choose arc. See, no, I would prefer this. Then because like most of the curves that people do are like this, for I would want something a little bit unique, maybe like that. I want it to be a little bit unique. Horizontal distortion. So you just have to play around with it to see. Let me do it funny. So if that is what I have, so this is not what I want. So are you saying that, so all of those are different opportunities that you would use to come up with something that is unique? So if I go back to that text and I like get here, get the text MUCIAN scripts and make it a little bit of an arc. So what would I obtain from it? Arc lower. Let me try to like look at these different ideas backing up here. Badge, flag. That is nice. That is nice. I believe fish. No, that is fake. I think fish eye. Flag had made it well for me. Trist. So I would go with maybe flag. Okay, like I would want to have something a little bit unique. Maybe like that. Okay, now after like obtaining something like that, then we would want to create something that makes it a little bit extruding. Okay, so this is the MUCIAN Scripts lifestyle channel, and I'm like urging people to do what? To subscribe. But besides the subscribing, I would want to like have something a little bit what unique. Okay, so before like I like top it up with new stuff and a lot of stuff, I would want to have something that is a little bit unique. Okay, so remember to always save as you continue with your work, because power may go off. I'm not on inverters, and coming back to that step would be a little bit difficult, because as you work you get to get inspired and maybe come up with other designs. So from there, what we would do, so we would want to like come up with a little bit of an adjustment. Okay, so we want to create the whatever effect that is the that we would want to create the 3D effect, okay, on these words. So what we do, first of all, we extrude. Okay, let me see here. So I want to extrude, and the first thing I would do is to duplicate this layer and keep a copy of it. Okay, so always when you're designing, remember to keep a copy of your layer. Just you click Ctrl J to duplicate that layer, then you remove off its eye. So then what we do is we move our text up. So now we are not going to just keep that layer, but we are going to be using it. But now what we are going to do, we just move the upper text a little bit up. Okay, if we move it not too much, that is too much. Maybe 3 times, then we move it towards the right, maybe like that. Okay, we keep it there, maybe there. Okay, so as we continue, we may advance it a little bit. Then from there, we press a control. We press a control. A Control T to transform it. Okay, so we press a Control T to transform it. Okay, to freely transform that layer, so it has been freely transformed. Then we've moved it. Then we press a Control Alt Shift T. Okay, a Control Alt Shift T. Okay, so the moment we press that, the next thing we are going to see, we are going to press it several times to duplicate the layer. Okay, maybe what we would first do is to first give this layer what, a stroke. Okay, before we would do all of this to make it a little bit unique. So we first delete it again. So we come here and choose our layer. Then if we double click on it, let us extend this side. Here and the stroke. So we click here, then we like reduce the size. Okay, then we put it outside. It is already outside. Then opacity, we put it to full opacity, then we do that. Okay, so now from there we would we can shift this and move it around, or we can leave it there. Then we click a Ctrl T to transform it. Then from there we press enter. Then from there we Ctrl J to duplicate it. Okay, then from clicking that Ctrl J, we've duplicated it. Now we are going to click, we select the duplicate and move it a little bit up. So as you see that, then just a little bit like that. So let me first stop here. And in the next video we shall be continuing from what we've created here. So thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe if you haven't. And that is it. So let us continue designing and get to learn new skills every now and then. Thank you for watching.